You're my unspoiled perfection. You're the perfect I've been looking for. You're the perfect I've been longing for. You're my unspoiled perfection. You're the perfect I've been looking for.
You're my perfect harmony, reaching out to find you are the one that fills my life. Whoa,
There's something I can't hide. You're always in my head. Something I can't deny. No, you take me to that place, a place I can't resist. Loving you is bliss, I've no doubt. I'm in heaven when I
wanna do, baby? Where you wanna go? I'll take you to the moon, baby. I'll take you to the floor. I treat you like a real lady, no matter where you go. Just give me some time, baby. Cause you know, even when we're apart, I know my heart is still there with you. 5 more hours till the night is ours, and I'm back with you. This right here is my type of party. 5 more hours, we're just getting started. This right here is my type of party. 5 more hours, we're just getting started.
5 more hours, we're just getting started.
How you wanna feel, baby? What you wanna know? Just pour another drink, baby. Come on, pour a little more. I treat you like a real lady. I'll keep you out the cold. I'll give you all my time, baby. You know, even when we're apart, I know my heart is still there with you. 5 more hours till the night is ours, and I'm back with you. This is, yeah, this right here is my type of party. Yeah, 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 yeah. 5 more hours, we're just getting started. This right here is my type of party. No, this is my type of party. 5 more hours, we're just getting started. 5 more hours, we're just getting started. Just getting started. About the sound of your heartbeat, how it always calls me, finding my way back to you. I'm feeling it more now than ever. I'll do this forever, just to spend the night with you. This is, yeah, this right here is my type of party. Yeah. 5 more hours, we're just getting started. This right here is my type of party. 5 more hours, we're just getting started. sound if we spend the night out? Come on, come on. How does it sound if we spend the night out? How does it sound if we spend the night out? How does it sound if we spend the night out? How does it sound if we spend the night out? How does it sound if we spend the night out?
And as far as I can see, I just need privacy. Plus a whole lot of truth, call this modesty. I just need space to do me, get a word what they're trying to see. A Stella Maxwell right beside of me. A Ferrari, I'm buying 3. A closet of Saint Laurent, kid what I want when I want, cause this hunger is driving me, yeah. I just need to be alone, I just need to be at home. Understand what I'm speaking on, if time is money, I need a loan. But regardless, I'll always keep keeping on. Fake friends, we don't take L's, we just make M's. While y'all follow, we just make trends. I'm right back to work when that break ends.
It's just me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die. 'Cause I got me for life. I don't need a hand to hold, even when the night is cold. I got that fire in my soul. I don't need anything to get me through the night, except the beat that's in my heart. Yeah, it's keeping me alive. I don't need anything to make me satisfied, 'cause the music does me good and it gets me every time.
And I don't like talking to strangers, so get off me, I'm anxious. I'm trying to be cool, but I may just go apeshit. Say f*** y'all to all of y'all faces. It changes though now that I'm famous. Everyone knows how this lifestyle is dangerous, but I love it, the rush is amazing. Celebrate nightly and everyone rages. I found how to cope with my angers. I'm swimming in money, swimming in liquor. My liver is muddy, but it's all good, I'm still sipping this bubbly. This shit is lovely, this shit ain't random, I didn't get lucky. Made it right here cause I'm sick with it, cutty. They all take the money for granted, but don't wanna work for it. Tell me now, isn't it funny?
It's just me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die. 'Cause I got me for life.
Got me for life.
I don't need a hand to hold, even when the night is cold. I got that fire in my soul. I don't need anything to get me through the night, except the beat that's in my heart. Yeah, it's keeping me alive. I don't need anything to make me satisfied, 'cause the music does me good and it gets me every time. Like,
Check this out. Drop it. Check this out.
awesome September. Come on in, guys. Closer, closer. The $100 bills in the front.
That's right.
$1 million bills. All right, guys. Well, welcome to our opportunity. I appreciate you guys being here. First of all, I just want to congratulate you guys for an awesome July. No, August. August, give yourselves a hand. Okay, anybody can do this. We're going to have the regional vice presidents, Erica and Uriel Gonzalez, come on up. Give them a hand. Los Susas in the house. Where is he? There he is. Come on. We're gonna go ahead and welcome our new guests. So if we can have, if you're here for the first time, you can come up, introduce yourself. All right, y'all can welcome on up. First timers. I'm joking. Bring your guests. Guys get the chance to spin the wheel. Maybe get a little prize, a gift, or something. Yeah, just spin. Yep. And this is Martha. Yeah.
No.
The other way?
Just kidding.
And Bianca, how do you know Martha?
Martha's my best friend since 7th grade also.
I know she I was going to say birthday.
already.
Bring your best friends. Awesome. I thought Alex was going to come. Alex? Yeah,
It's just a little shy.
Martha brought her significant other. Yeah. Give them a hand. All right. Maybe you'll get the gift card. Ya la quebró.
Bud Light.
All right. And I've known Elizabeth for a long time. Yeah, for a long time. What was it? Maybe junior high? High school? I don't know. But anyways, Bianca's cousin?
Yes, she is.
Cousin. Okay. Spin it. Here we go. Gift card. Get a little coffee.
Let's go, wheel.
For the candy.
Woo!
Blow on it.
All right. Awesome. Anybody else here for the first time? All right. All right. So before we get started with orientations, we're going to show you briefly who we are, what we do, and how we get paid, and how, hopefully you become part of our company here in our crusade. But before that, we have a promotion that we will be doing today. And that's under Team Sousa, so if Bianca and Will can come up, and maybe we'll get a picture, and then we will have. Okay. Yeah. Watch something amazing happen?
Is this supposed to airplane or plug in?
Okay, here we go. And if we can have Martha and Alex come on up here and accept their first
That's
promotion.
right. Give 'em a hand,
Come on,
guys.
Alex. Come on. Woo! And Alex, do everything together right there. So go ahead up
Okay,
there.
click next.
They're going to go from
35%
representative
contract.
to a
Are
senior
you
rep.
sure?
Yes.
All right, click on
More
it.
is better.
Congratulations.
And give them a hand. Let's get a quick picture. Let's get a quick picture for you guys all. This is our first promotion of many. I gotta move it. Awesome. Got it? There it goes. Awesome. All right. Congratulations. Okay, we got a few checks here, guys. The senior rep is a big deal promotion, guys. You need to come in here. You need to put your trainers to work, and you're gonna go from a 25% to a 35%, and the next step is a 50%. So it's just the beginning, but we got a little bit more.
Let's press out some quick checks. This is investment residuals. Let's get to awesome Carvick and Brenda.
All right, Carmen.
Is Flavio in the house? No, one client. All right, this is over a half a grand, one client, right, at part-time. Let's get to awesome Martha Flores.
All right, Martha.
All right, another check for Martha Flores.
All right.
Investment residuals, Carvick and Brenda. All right, we got more of the wristbands. No, that's it. No, that's it. Oh, go
¿Dónde se
ahead.
me fueron ustedes? Which one did they disappear?
Let me see. We got her first live sale for Francie Gonzalez.
Making the money. Family business.
So we got her a few rupees.
I was gonna say Applebee's
They
today.
wanted,
Picture for your first
oh, picture. So like, we do this little contest, he who would like either do a recruit or a sale, we're trying to push a sale. And, you know, that same day she came through and it was a pin. There's a pin, guys. Like, that's it, a pin? That's a pin. We want to see the winners that were on the team. ¿Verdad? And guess what? They put through it. I didn't want to give her my pin, but she says this one, so she's a winner. She gets this one. So. Wait, and last week, we also threw another contest to see who was going to push through because we want to get those numbers in.
Right.
And we're going to have a carne asada for the team. So she pulled through again, you know? So entonces the team was, and now she gets to get served by everybody else. All the winners get to get served and the losers get to serve us. Right? So they'll be serving me too.
You gotta have fun.
All right,
It's
so
not business as
so these
usual.
are the wristbands for all in August, right? And so they give the postcard. All right, people that earned it.
These are from the home office.
Home office.
recognition.
Let's get out the awesome Felipe Torres.
All right, Felipe.
And then also Maria Torres.
All right,
And then I don't see Beatriz here. Is Beatriz here yet? Okay, so we'll wait for Beatriz.
And then you have
And then
the
also Victoria, and she's
Victoria
on
from
Team Land
Arizona.
in Arizona.
Congratulations. Woo!
So we'll send her to them, right? So if you haven't got yours or as you submitted your recruit, they're sending them out. So
Yeah. Yeah, congratulations.
So if you guys are here for the first time, if you guys can follow Maria Torres right here to the other room so you guys can see the orientation. So and then Carmen will be going to do the second part. So have them go over there for the first time
Right.
too. That way they can see the orientation. And then don't forget to get blood sample on their way out.
By the way, there's coffee and water.
Sign them up for the potluck too.
That's right.
Now that you're gonna fall asleep or anything.
Oh, wow.
That's right. Go ahead and Nicholas close that door. All right, how's everybody doing?
Great.
All right, guys. Hey, listen. You know what? From Angelica and I, we appreciate you guys. Last month, you guys, we pulled some big numbers, and as a hierarchy with the REPs too, it was incredible. It was exciting for everybody that was pushing and making things happen and stuff. We're really, really excited about that. I know that's going to create more momentum this month. So that's one of the things that we're going to talk to you guys about their possibles and stuff, which I'm going to have Angelica talk to you guys about that. Do you have the other wristband? All right, let me go ahead and do this wristband.
All in August.
So
Ooh, what
this-
were the qualifications?
One recruit.
Personal recruit.
Personal
Okay,
recruit.
awesome.
So let's go ahead and Beatriz Alvaro.
Arévalo.
So aquí agarró su wristband.
All right.
¿No la quieres? Los dos.
Los dos.
Venga, venga, para quitarle
Oh,
un
toma
retrato.
foto.
Venga, venga.
Tomamos, tomamos.
No. Oh, I thought she was gonna come back.
I can take the picture if you want.
I ain't gonna put the picture.
Remove the podium. There you go.
Ahí va.
Woo! Congratulations.
All right, guys. So, like I was telling you guys, so people have been asking. So, did we get the SVP? In theory, yes, but not until the month closes off. And by the way, our REP's months don't close off till the 10th of the month. Okay, so it's not like it's over at the end of the month. It's not. So home office has to do all submit all the business was submitted at the last minute adjustments. All that stuff. Some of you guys had to do change of policies, right? And then stuff like that. So all that has to be taken care of. This is why it was so important that you guys. How many of you guys reset last month? Raise your hand. Good job. That is huge. That's huge. Just so you guys understand what that meant for you guys is you guys just right now put yourselves right there on track to go to the Bahamas.
Right.
That is huge, guys. How many of you guys reset when we were at the convention? Remember when we went to convention? How many of you guys reset at convention?
Yes.
And it put all you guys up there, right? It gave you some of you guys, it gave you guys 800,000 points. Do you understand? That's huge, right? So right now, I was doing the math. For some people that reset, right, it gave them actually 1.3 million points. That's huge. Do you understand? That's like unheard of, right? So anyway, so that means now you're double dipping. That means you're in the current contest and then the new one that started from September to November. So there's a new one that started from September to November. They have a special category for that one, right? And so everybody's competing on that one. So ground zero. You're at ground zero on that one. Okay, everybody's competing on that one. Besides the other one, right? And it's right now after Hidden comes up here, I'm gonna bring the numbers up. But anyways, you guys, a lot of you guys are competing on the other one, but you're also not gonna be competing on the new one, right? And that's what you guys want to do. That's for the Bahamas, guys. Look, I don't know if you guys understand this, but the year's almost gone, right? It's just like that. 3 months from now, it will be November. Okay, you'll be eating turkey, right? It'll be just like that, right? And then February of 2020 will be here, and at that point, either you're going to be packing your bags to go to the Bahamas, or hearing about people that pack their bags to go to the Bahamas, right? And looking at their Instagram page and saying, "Oh, I wish I was there," right? But anyways, so what I'm trying to tell you guys got right now. Everybody in the company has a chance. Everybody. It doesn't matter how new or how long you've been in the business. Everybody has a chance right now. The company does it on purpose, right? Because they want to give, as a matter of fact, if you think about it, they want to give the new people an opportunity to come in here and win those trips. Why? Because if you think about it, it's all incentives. So if you focus on recruiting, right, getting licensed, and helping people with some production numbers and hit your incentive points, you got it, right? You earn it. It's all incentive driven. It's all incentive driven, okay? So if you just work the incentives, you're automatically going. So again, this contest period for this month, same thing. If you're a district leader, what, 3 by 3, right? Isn't it 3 by 3,000, right? And you get, 150,000 points, right? And so incentives, right? And so and you guys are division 5 by 5, and then regional 7 by 7, right? So incentives, right? You hit those, and then you win the contest and all that other stuff, right? That's all it is. For some of you guys, the contest could cost you by 1 recruit. And as a matter of fact, for some of you guys, because you didn't get your recruit right last month to reset, and that for the older category, that might have cost you already. In that category, you might fall too far back, right? But it gives you a second chance, right? Because now you got through September to November. So it's not over till it's over. So you guys have an opportunity to make sure that you guys pay attention to these things, right? Now, here's what I do know. If you're competing for the contest, that means you're doing business. True or false? True. So if you want to make money, you're going to make money and all that stuff, but you also earn the contest, right? And something about earning a free trip, something special about that, guys, by the way, right? And by the way, also, don't forget, so in a lot of the categories, like if you're below regional, you need to have a certain amount of premium. Right? And if you're regional above, you also have to have a certain amount of cash flow. Right? Why do you think they do that?
Make sure that you're not broken again.
That's right. They don't want you to be broke at the Bahamas. Okay? They want you to enjoy the Bahamas, right? When you guys go to the Bahamas. So hopefully by the time we get there, they're going to fix the island because it's already gone through a hurricane and all that stuff. So don't worry about it. It'll be fixed for us by the time we get there. Yeah, right? So it'll be all right for us, right? But anyways, and that's the other thing too that you guys got to, rest assured when the company books these trips, they book them during the peak seasons, right? Because that's the right season to go. You don't do them off seasons because off seasons have hurricanes and stuff like that, right? So anyway, so rest assured the company doesn't want to take a risk and send the top 5% of the company somewhere where they're going to get blasted, right? But anyways, so guys, it's going to be awesome. So you guys have a great opportunity to be able to take yourself to the next level. But if you're not hitting the incentives, and by the way, you can do it through Vivint, you can do it through Auto Home, prepaid legal, long-term care. Those are the non-licensed products, right? You could do it through those products too. You could, right? So you guys have an opportunity to be able to, if you want to be able to do that. Well, here's what I do know: if you're sitting out with people and offering Vivint, just one more word by saying, hey, would you be interested in an opportunity, or would you be interested in being protected, right? So now you can sell other products. See, this is what we call when you're in the kitchen table, you're cross selling. You're selling different types of products to your clients, right? And that's how this works, guys. And so that's why it's important that you guys in the last couple of days, a lot of you guys are doing a push, right? How many of you guys did a follow up with old clients and old recruits in the last week? How many of you guys did some of that, right? Okay, so that's your chance to remind them, right? And talk to them and sit down with them, right? And if they're clients, maybe talk to them about joining the business. If they're associates, maybe talk to them about getting back into it, right? That's what you're supposed to do. And I know for some of you guys, you should have that list of people that you're like, okay, I'm going to go back and recruit them because, I seen something in them this time around, or I'm gonna go back and close them because they said, oh, you know what, it's not right now, but come back in a week or two or whatever. Follow up. See that, that's how like last night I ended up with some sales, because all it was is because I was making some phone calls like you guys, right? Making the focus because I did not want to click over by a little, because what happens when you click over by a little and policies get reduced? You roll back, and I didn't want that to happen. So made phone calls, right? Showed up to some clients' houses, right? But by the way, for you guys, I'm going to talk about this later on. But you guys do know when you guys have clients that have child riders, and the child riders are over 24 and a half, right? It's time for them to get their own policies. So those are the clients that some of you guys have, or your clients' kids are over the age of 18. They can also get their own policies. Why? Because it's cheap. I don't know if you guys know that, and you can lock them in for 35 years, right? And of course, set up a mutual fund for them too, right? So, anyways, especially if they're students, right? If you have clients that have kids that are students, right, and they have student loans, right? Guess what? Who's in charge of those? All that debt in case something happens. The parents. They're on the hook for it. So wouldn't it make sense to protect them? Yes, the child rider for $10,000 won't cover it, because $10,000 would probably be for a funeral. True. See that? They give you guys ideas for that, right? So you guys can go help your clients out and stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna have Angelica come up here and talk to you guys about your possibles and getting your shows going and put some lists together. So let's bring up Angelica Pulido. She is in the room. Oh, there she is.
Where's mine?
Let me see the print.
All right, guys, how's everyone doing?
Unbelievable.
Awesome. Okay, so I talked to a few of you guys last night about having a list, your possible recruits and possible sales. I know Jose's getting them for me right now, so everybody can have some. But this is, I think it's going to be super important in the month of September to make sure that you guys have this, and it's that you're going to get one right now, so don't be thrown up on the mess over here. So it's possible recruits and possible sales, and I just want to talk to you guys that a lot of the team was on the phone making a lot of phone calls, every day. And how many of you guys got? Well, next week we can sit out. It's almost like they were saying, after your month closes. No joke. So you guys have to make sure you guys keep those at all times. So what Jose would do is he'd have his sheet, which you're gonna get in a minute. And what I would do is I'd have those poster boards that they have, those white, they're not even hard ones, they're the little wiggly ones. And I'd have those at the house, and I'd have them by the door. We always leave in and out through the garage, so I put it on my door, and it looked like this, it was this big. And so every time that Jose would talk to me, he'd be like, oh, I got my haircut and I got the name of the lady. Or hey, I went and I dropped off the kids here and I got the name of this. We would always add them here. This is besides the top 25s. This is besides the startups that you guys are doing. This is just extra. How many of you guys, when month was closing off, wish we had something extra? Huh? Some other rock to turn over, right? So this is just gonna help you guys personally. And even your partners. Let's say your partners are not fully active in the business, but they were out, they took the kids to the park or to the library, and they bumped across somebody and they got your name and number. That number goes here too. That name goes here too. And so it was weird because when me and Jose would do this, I'd go somewhere and immediately I go, oh, it was a wife and her husband and they had 2 kids or whatever. And I would be like, I think you could probably close them for like a $70 policy. Immediately I put the number right there. We don't know what their situation was, but all I know is that if they're a family, they're working, and they don't have life insurance, they need it, or if they have life insurance, if it doesn't say Primerica, I felt like they needed it to be replaced. That's how I felt. See, a lot of us, I don't know, I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but when me and Jose were building our business, we were excited. We were like show-offs. We knew this information and we couldn't wait to sit down with someone to show them all the information. Right, Ariel, how you talk about when you came across the FNA? You just grabbed it, you looked at it, and you just started going, right? He would take his trainer, but his trainer only spoke English, so he was doing all the talking. But he was excited to show our FNA. I was excited too. I used to love it when people would tell me, for example, my sister, she'd tell me, oh, but I'm selling something like juices or something. And I'm like, that's awesome. I go, with all that money that you're gonna be making, we definitely gotta get an F&A so we can tell you how much money you need to make over there, because we all know that the counter's not gonna be enough. So your extra thing, you can make sure. And so at the end of the F&A, I would tell her, so you just tell your trainer over there that you need to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. She's like, actually, I just do it for fun. And I'm like, okay, but you see what I mean? There's something here for everyone. Even if they're already in business, be nice. Be nice, because one day if they decide to venture off and do something else and come, you know, to Primerica. So anyways, so, I don't know where my little sheets are. But anyways, but it looks just like this. Another thing I want to tell you guys is if you guys have a goal, let's say you guys have a team goal of doing a 10 by 10. In order for you to get that 10 by 10 done, like smooth, not smoothly, with less stress. How many of us want a little bit less stress at the end of the month? Huh? These bags aren't going nowhere, right? I'm joking. But less stress. You gotta be field training. You gotta recruit a person. You gotta recruit with an intention. We just can't recruit and recruit and recruit and recruit. We have to be intentional about our recruiting. So again, I'm gonna tell you guys, when me and Jose were in the base shop and we kept hearing this 10 by 10,000 and 10 by 10,000, we must have been district leaders, and our division leader upline was always hitting 10 and 10 or 15 and 15. And yeah, we were part of it, but he always had multiple people. I remember when we got promoted to district, at the same time, one of his guys was getting promoted to district. So can you just imagine the numbers he was doing if on that Wednesday, it wasn't even a month then, just on that Wednesday, we came up to get promoted to a 50% contract, and his other leg came up to become a 50% contract. So he was always, his base shop was always looking good, but it was because of through recruiting. Through recruiting is where all that happens, where the production happens, where the multiple recruiting starts happening. And so back then, I think it was 3 recruits and 6 sales. What was it really back in the days? I think it was 6. Like yeah, something like that. So that's what we were always focused on. So I understand that not everybody is gonna go out there and do what we want them to do. I understand that, but that's our job. Our job is to find the people. But see, we're not gonna find them if we do not have a clear, concise mental picture of what we're looking for. And that's exactly what we're looking for. So because we seen that our upline and everybody in the office was promoting a district or doing this or doing that, we started saying, okay, well, that's what we need to do. So every time that we went out around our neighborhoods, if we sit down with a couple, I'm like, man, that couple's gonna come in here, they're gonna get licensed, they're gonna put us in front of people. That was my theme. And believe it or not, as far as I can think about it, that's what we got. And I think it's because we set it out there with that expectation. We didn't sit out there like, I'm gonna hire 10 people and no one's gonna do nothing. That was never, ever, ever in our mind. Not mine, and I was negative Nancy, but I never thought of that. Because I always thought, everybody's gonna want it as much as we wanted it. That's what I thought. Talk about being naive. That's what I thought. And naive, speaking of naive, I always, well, up until a few years, Jose was like, you're so naive. I didn't even know women in prisons existed. I thought that it was just in the movies, women in prisons. Are you joking me? And I go, oh, I'm sorry. I thought people, the women got a slap in it. Go, be good. I'm joking. And so, yeah, I was very naive in the business, and I thought everyone wanted what we wanted. So when I was out there and I talked to the people, I'd assume everybody's going to want the F&A. Everyone's going to want to know what their financial independent number is. Everyone's going to want this. That's what I thought. But see, when the people just stopped coming, I never once thought anything else. I just thought, you know what, they're probably busy. Like me and Jose got busy for a whole year after we hired on. Just like Joe Enser talks about that it took 15 times for him to stop by an orientation meeting. And because of that, he had all the patience in the world. When people told him no 10 times, he's like, oh, they're just like me, busy. See the difference? We have to develop new habits of how we see things. And when we're out there recruiting, we have to recruit with an intention of getting into some people's markets. See, and one thing I want to tell you guys, don't be so hard on yourselves. Yes, have a sense of urgency, but don't be so hard on yourselves. Don't be so hard on yourselves, like, what am I doing wrong? Well, you know, don't be so hard on yourselves, because I want you guys to always know that the default is you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. See, we always have that little safety net with us. You just can't. And another thing, you can never hurt a person with our products or our services. You cannot. So, I mean, it's scary when you're out there selling, like, let's just say, like, vitamins and stuff. I've sat with people, and they literally change your whole intake, and next thing you know, you're going down a serious side effects of things because now you're lacking iron, now you're lacking this. That's scary. I don't want to ever be in charge of someone's health like that. But in Primerica, you can't hurt people. You can only help them. And so there's a few things I think that every morning, you know, as we're brushing our teeth or getting ready to start our day, we need to just tell ourselves, there's no way we can hurt anybody. We can only help people. I'm going to find the person. Oh, and another thing, don't be hard on yourself. If you guys are recruiting people and it's not working for them, it's not your fault. You are doing all you can do. But there's going to come a time where you're going to recruit someone that has an excellent, like, credibility with people, that have, you know, everybody likes them, and, you know, just a center of influence. And that's all it takes. And after that, you're going to one day remember, man, I remember those days when I could kick my feet up and relax. Now I'm just go, right, Uriel? It happens. I remember me and Uriel always talk, and he says, you know, when it's time to work, it's time to work. But hey, there's times when there's nothing going on, and you just need to, you know, take care of yourself, pamper yourself, relax, and then go, right? Reset, refresh. And that's exactly, your time is coming. I just want to tell you that right now. Your time is coming, but you have to believe that. See, how do we expect others to believe if we don't believe? How? How do we expect everyone to say, yes, sign me up, I'm in, if deep down inside, you're probably not all in? See, I thank God that me and Jose didn't have a plan B. I thank God that Jose wasn't a brainiac and you know, with, you know, can go back and get another degree, because it's simple, you know, but not for him. It wasn't that simple. But I mean, I thank God, because maybe if things got too rough, he'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to school, you know, or me, you know, I was good in school, but I was done with school. I was just kids careers. I was just talking to my older kids earlier today or yesterday, and I told them, I'm so glad. I go, when, you know, I did really good, finished high school, did really good, and I thought I'm going to go on to university. But I go, but thank goodness I got together with Jose, man. He let me off the hook. He said, you don't have to, babe, if you don't want to. I go, yes! Because I was pretty much done. But the thing is, like, if we had something to fall back on, we probably would have, when things didn't go right. But because we don't, we had to really be sold. And I don't like using that word, but we had to really be convinced. We had to really be all in, because there was no other way. And I remember I tell Jose, you know, hey, you know what? You know, we're going through a little slump. Maybe I should just go get a job. And he like, pull all stops. He's like, you're gonna what? I just gonna get a job. No big deal. I'll make it work. He's like, no. He goes, because that means you're not all in. And if you're not all in, how are we expect to move a group of people? And I'm like, it's not that I'm all in, it's just that I don't like to see you know, going through all these no's. You know, so sometimes our loved ones mean well, but don't let yourself off the hook on that end, just keep moving forward. But what I'm saying is, like, people can see right through that. And some of my when I was out there talking to people and sitting in front of people and recruiting people, one of the things was that I always believed that. I tell you guys a story that even before we went a trip, we were already telling people, hey, we're about to get sent here, da 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 da. And I'd always go home and tell them, we are gonna go, right? Because I'm not a liar. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Okay. And so, so you have to be all in, and then people buy into that kind of stuff too. And then another thing, guys. Hey, where's my possibles? No. Jerry? I'm joking. Jerry, what are you? I'm joking. Anyways, thank you, Jerry. So one of my other things, guys, is start recruiting couples. Start recruiting couples. The way we recruited couples, we would sit down with the couple. I got some time, I guess. We'd sit down with the couple. We talked to them about our company. We talked about the greatness of our company. Hi, Jose, forgot about him. There they are. Anyways, and Jerry, I thought you printed them out for me. It doesn't look like my display. I'm so sorry. I will get you the other one. So anyways, So I'm sitting down with the couple, we're talking to them about Primerica, what we do, who we are, how we're looking for people that are ambitious. Don't be afraid to ask for what you're looking for. We're looking for people that are ambitious, that are goal-getters, that are money motivated, that are good people in the community, good family man. That's what we're looking for. Or that's why Uriel referred me to you guys. Or that was how we started. Then you go over your presentation, whatever, 6-page, 4-page, whatever it is. When we're all done with the presentation, at every single, and I wish I had one, so unprepared, where the bullet points ask for the commitments on the presentation, and it asks, out of 10 people, how many of those do you think are in debt? And you wait for an answer. How many of you? 10? Yeah, we would say 12, right? And so as you're going through it, okay, you stop at another one and it says, who do you think could benefit from this information? Thank you. Who do you think could benefit from this information? See, all the questions are right here. They're there. Do you have a written program to get out of debt and retire financially secure? And then I zip it, and then we zipped it, and we waited, and they looked at each other, and it was an awkward minute or two, but we just waited. And then they'd be like, well, no, I really don't have. Or the other closing question, of course, with the rule of 72. How many doubling periods do you have in your life? Okay, stuff like that. Why do people buy life insurance? Okay, so once you get through all that, and I'm boring my client. No. And when she's like, oh. Let me change couples. I'm joking. Anyways, so after you get through all that, then my favorite part to tell people is this part where he said, what you would have earned, they want the life insurance, and you do the split funding, you put the program in place. My favorite part, and I never skipped over it, and I know you guys do the cash flow quadrant, that's great, but I just read what was here. If you could come in part-time, working 1 or 2 evenings a day, Bianca, well, I know you guys are busy, so were we. But if we could just go show this for maybe 2 families, twice a week, and they got something, they would pay you at a district, a part-time position, like $500 per family that you help. And you just said that out of 10 of them, everyone would want to hear from this, okay? So that's how this works. But that's not the most exciting part. The most exciting part is if we can get you to a full-time, which we call regional vice president. And you trained me, and I was a district leader, and I went out and helped one person, 1 day out of the week. Out of 7 days, I just had 1 appointment, and I helped that family. I made that $500, and your override for training me would be almost $1,400. Now, isn't that exciting?
Yes.
And that was it. And then you just do the IBA. And when we would get the IBA, when me and Jose were out there getting the IBAs together, who's gonna do it? You, or both. That was our closing. You, or both. And we would wait for an answer. And right away they look at each other, and he would say she will, and she would say he will. And okay, regardless of who, I'd get started. We'd get started. You know me, so with page 3, right? The one with the with the card, yeah. Okay, so I start with there and I work my way backwards. Right when I'm doing that one, I immediately look and say, you know what? Can I be honest with you? And this is me. Can I be honest with you, Bianca? I know that Will's gonna go get licensed, but we're talking about a franchise and financial services. This is a business, and I'm gonna show you how to get ownership. We have ownership in our company. I'm gonna show you how to do that. God forbid something happens to Will, the business is yours. Once your children are older, you guys are owners, you guys can will it to your kids. So, knowing that, what I would recommend is that you sign up too, so you guys can go to licensing together. Only because it's been a while, probably since you guys have, been to school, for us it was like high school, right? And so if you guys can do it together, I mean, the classes are gonna be boring, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's insurance, Nothing really to do with what we do here, but you have to get that license. So I recommend you guys go together, pass the time, pretend you guys are, high school again, go lunch, go, without the kids, right? And so what do you say? We go ahead and get your application, because let me just tell you something. 6 months down the line, you're gonna do it anyways. Why don't you guys do it together? And I would zip it, and I'd give her information. Always walking out with 2 IBAs, everything. Almost all the time you are. But I was there with Jose, so we were working it. He was doing something, and I was doing it, and that's how we got Maria and Juan. Super busy. And by the way, she passed her life exam too, Spanish speaking only, so I was so proud. But I mean, that's how you go in there, you present and you recruit couples. I'm just encouraging you guys. And listen, I don't want nobody throwing tomatoes at me, like Jose says, slashing my tires. But even if you're not in the right market, You know people in the right market. Uncles, your aunts, your parents' friends, you know people. And September is gonna be a month of really no nonsense, and we really have to get out there and get after it. And I encourage you guys, I can't remember who said, I think it was Maria Torres, she said she started recruiting up this time. Instead of just recruiting anybody, prospecting, she started prospecting up. But remember, you're prospecting with the intention of sitting down with them, and if you're sitting down with them at 6 or 8, they're 5-point market. So even, let's say if you find out that couple's single, oh well, do you know anybody that might be interested in this and that, and you figure out a way. I believe that when your back is against the wall and you've got no other option, you are gonna get creative. You are gonna figure out a way. You're gonna figure out a way. I admire the business of Felipe and Maria Torres, man. Every month they figure out a way. Let me see. They're both full-time. They both gave up jobs at Chase. They're all in. They're all in. Every day they're all in. Every day they're all in. So, and those are the people that are gonna have, you're gonna be more sharp. You're gonna be more intense. You're gonna be more intentional. Is this making sense? Okay, I hope I didn't bore you guys. But anyways, I don't know exactly where Jose is, so I don't know how long he wants. Does anybody have any questions? I can be here all day. Maybe I'll get you grab a pillow. I can be here all day. Does anybody have any questions on what I'm going through? No, nothing. Also, another good tool while you're doing this recruiting the couples. I'm only going to talk to you about recruiting the couples because that's going to be the fastest way to your success. The fastest way. You can try it any other way. Try it any other way. I don't even know the percentages. Who pays attention when Jose talks about if you're in the 5-point market? Uriel probably does. Uriel, if you're in the 5-point market, what are the percentages of results?
98.
How much?
98.
98. And then if you drop 1 point and you're in the 4-point market?
Slowly down.
Anybody? Jose, fill me in.
45.
5-point market to a 4-point market.
42%. The other one's 95%.
95. And then,
Everybody should know these numbers. What's up with that, guys?
pretty sad, I'm training. 3-point.
3/4, 9%.
Okay.
No.
19.
19.
And then 2-point.
9.
And then 1-point market.
Kiss your butt goodbye.
How many?
Six.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so anyways, so look guys, I don't want you guys to get upset at me. I don't want you guys to get mad at me. But that's where it is. And I know you guys have heard me talk when I tell you guys, I'm not that good of a closer. I'm not that great of a closer. So I wouldn't put myself in a situation like this. I'm already feeling uncomfortable, doubtful. Why would I put myself here? Because nothing's gonna happen and you're gonna walk out of there feeling like not good, right, Erica? Not good. So, what I would do, remember guys, I was raising kids, doing all kinds of stuff at the beginning. No era mensa. I would focus right here. I don't know how I asked, but I asked. Oh, están casados, tienen casa, viven aquí en la área, da, 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 da. That was my things. And I would make sure we were there. And we always closed and we always recruited. So don't get upset at me, but I'm just telling you guys, like Jose says, there's 2 ways of doing the business, the right way and not the right way. And this is it. And I want us in September to focus on increasing our ratios and on getting better and on showing growth. That's what it's going to take. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm not telling you don't recruit everyone. Listen, we recruited Roger Pelfrey. He was under the age, not married. The only thing he had was he had a job. But he was an exception. He was a competitor. He made it happen. But it took a long time. But in the 5-point market, it almost runs on its own. Everybody knows more 5-point market people. Everybody wants a service. Everybody's promoting you. Oh, Will and Bianca gave me this service, man. If we pass away, we're not going to have that little donation can at the meat market. But if we live, man, we're going to have $300,000. And they're all promoting you. And you're just sitting there drinking coffee and putting programs in place left and right. That's what happens right here. Don't shoot the messenger. It's just like if you're in real estate, you're not going to be hanging around at the high schools. You don't get mad at them. Don't get mad at me. That's just what it is. And I'm talking to you, the few group of people that have put in the work, putting in the number, putting in the time. September is a month where you guys just explode. And if you guys want to do a 10 by 10, you got to recruit the people that have the market, that are going to take you out there so you can show them the system. That's it. That's what this is about. So doing a 10 by 10 is not that hard if you have the right ingredients. Does that make sense? You have to have the right ingredients. Otherwise, that cake, you didn't have the right ingredients, it's not going to turn out great. And it's nothing else than you did not have the right ingredients to get yourself a team that can do a 10 by 10. And once you do a 10 by 10, get another leg to do a 10 by 10. Challenge yourselves. I know there's a lot of competitors in this room. I know there is. Challenge yourself. How fast can you produce a district? How fast can you get that district to do a 5 by 5? And next time do it faster. How fast, Jerry, you should be asking yourself, how fast am I going to get to a 10 by 10? And next time break that record, and break that record, and break that record. And next thing you know, you're pushing 40 and 50 as a regional leader. Anybody want some of that? No. Honestly, anybody want some of that?
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, it gets easier. The bigger the numbers go, the more compounding starting to happen. You have a brand new person out there writing 4 or 5 sales. You have a lot of those in your team, and that's what Primerica is about. So anyways, guys, I hope that helps. Again, work on this. Mine was a little different, but I guess this works too.
That's the one that Francis has.
Right. But this is, anyway, so regardless, just keep adding. And let's say, I don't get it to you today, you could just do it on a piece of paper, just don't throw it away, and keep adding, and keep adding, and keep adding. And when your partner walks in, tell them, hey, how many can we add? Hey, today I added this one. Even your kids can get onto this. I talked to my teacher, I gave her your number, whatever. It's fun, guys, let's make this fun. Anyways, okay, let's bring up PFS.Pulido. Thank you, guys.
This possible log sheet you guys have, I don't know if you guys noticed, this is on a weekly basis. So you guys should always have people on a weekly basis to close. So as an example, everybody here was stirring up, you were rallying cages and shaking up trees to see if you got a sell or a recruit, right?
Yes.
Everybody was doing that, right? Okay. So that
Don't say
means,
no, guys.
so right now, if we were to go down the list for every single one of you guys, that's being honest, right? So how many possible sales you have for this week? And then you write those people's names, even though they maybe haven't even talked to them yet, but you just know if you sit down with them, you're gonna close them. See, I want you guys to understand, when we did possibles, it wasn't because we sat down with them and then we said, okay, this is how much we're gonna close them. No. You have to get really, really good at it. If I prospected Felipe and Maria, let's say we were at Walmart or whatever, right? And I see them with their daughters and stuff like that, and I find out what kind of work that they do and stuff. And already in my head, like, honestly, if because they were in the banking business, I would have said, you know what, this is a $125 close. I would have put them right away on my board for $125, even not to get in their personal stuff, but their policy is more than $125, right?
Oh,
Yeah, see? Right, he would giggle, right? Because I already knew for minimum I was going to close them for $125 without even sitting down with them yet. See, that was my possible, so I would put it in there, right? So guess what? So when I showed up to their house, in my mind, I already knew they were going to become my clients because I already had them on my list for a minimum $125 policy. See how that works? So, all right, so then also, and I had this couple, I talking to them, and I'm hearing that they're not too thrilled about their jobs, so I'm also going to put them as possible recruits. See that? And I would have them on both sides, right? But I haven't sat down with them yet. So when we talk to you guys about possible, it's not always going to be the ones that the follow-up ones, right? No, this is where you got to get good. It's kind of like, if you're a contractor, you do estimates, right? Well, Alex said earlier, you're in the room, right? Concrete, right? You do estimates, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, but you haven't got paid yet or done the job yet, right? But the estimate is what? To give you an idea, you already know how much you're going to make, right? So you already figure out your profit, man hours you're going to put in, and materials you need to use. True or false? All right, same thing. That's what you do in this business. So in the contracting world, they call it estimates. In Primerica world, we call it possibles, right? And so it's still possible, because have you ever done an estimate where they did not become your customer after all? Yeah, it happens?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in contractors it happens too?
All the time.
Oh man, I thought when you did an estimate it was for sure.
No.
Oh, so it's not a for sure. See what I mean? Same thing in this business. But now let's ask Alex again, right? Do you have to be always constantly be doing estimates?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's business, it's a pipeline.
Oh, okay. So what happens if you go a whole month with doing no? Let's say you have some jobs and you're busy at these jobs, and you go a whole month without doing estimates. What happens?
When you're paid.
So you're in trouble now, right?
Yeah, you know.
So now you have a lot of upset employees, right?
Yep.
Okay. Does it sound familiar? Okay. Now the employees here, it's you, right? You're gonna be the upset employee, right? So you have to have possibles. So you guys, that's why when I was talking to you guys about possibles, that'll make you or break you guys. You guys gotta have all your possibles, right? Write down, all your life possibles and also your recruit possibles, security possibles, all that, guys. And that's how you make business in this business, guys. So just remember, in the contracting world, they call it estimates. We just call them possibles, right? And it doesn't mean that you already did the work. It just means that you're in your head, hey, as soon as they give you a chance, you're closing for business.
Are these people you sat with already?
No, not necessarily. People that you guys prospect, people that people that you've been talking to on the phone, but you haven't sat down with them. Just because you know that they're in the right market. If you know that they're in the right market, now by the way, this is important. I can't say, oh, you know what, he's a 2-pointer or 1-pointer, I'm gonna close him for $125. Is that being realistic?
No.
No, that's not being realistic. Okay, that's not gonna happen. So when I did those, possibles, I had to make sure it was in the right market. Do you understand where I'm going?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing as a contractor, if you're building a house with someone and someone calls you up, hey, I want an estimate, and they say, all right, where are you gonna build it? They go, not yet, I haven't found the land, I haven't found nothing, but just can you give me an idea? Is that a serious person? No, that's a 1-pointer. Wrong market, right? So if I'm a contractor building homes, right, you should already have the land or an existing house you want me to knock down so I can put the new one in, right, and all that stuff. True or false?
True.
And also be able to qualify for the loan so you can be able to pay me. True or false? Okay, you're not. You know what, Alex? I know you're a contractor. I want you to get an estimate, but I don't have money to pay you. Do you think he's gonna be wasting his time with me?
Nope.
He's gonna be wasting his time with me. Yes, right. But because he doesn't want to waste time, right? So he has to make sure he's in the right market, right? Now he may make a mistake once or twice. We all do those, right? Once or twice, right? But if you continue making mistakes, guess what happens? Go out of business. See that? So anyway, so that's what these possibles are on a weekly basis, not monthly. So all you guys need to know from Sunday to Sunday. Okay? And it amazes me how so many people for the whole month. No, it's not. That's not true. This is business now. Think about it. If you treat it in a business, if you had a lease, if you had expenses, utilities, things like that, right? As a business owner, right? Those come up, right? And you need to your first part of your cash flow has to take care of that. Then the rest is for you. See how that works? So you guys gotta understand. So that way you're not struggling the whole month, right? So if you made it a habit in the first 10 to 12 days, to pay your bills. In other words, let's say your mortgage is $1,500 and utilities. Let's say you need $2,800. So in the first 12 days, how much should you make? $2,800. See that? And now what do you do the rest of the month? Here's what you do. You build. Guys, you build the rest of the month till the end of the 30th or 31st, depending on the month, right? You build. You go out there and recruit people, right? You build teams, right? Right? And then you get them out there and then you field train them, right? So you do all this from this day of the month to this day of the month without having to try to take people's sales. Stuff like that. That's what happens. People get desperate. Oh man, the month's almost over. My mortgage is coming up. Oh man, the month's almost over and my car note's coming up. Right? That's a big mistake, guys. Because you're not treating it like a business. You have to treat it like a business. So now watch this. This is a perfect month for that. Last month, you guys pushed the last week a lot. You guys did a lot, especially people that are on the accountability call. You did a lot of rallying cages and shaking up trees, right? And so now, for the next 12 days, is for you to go clean up those cells. It's for you to go back, drive wherever it was, go pick up those cells. They told, oh, you know what? Not this week, but next week. Not this month, but next month, right? All those people, that's what you do. You guys got to go back and clean those cells up. That's how this works, guys. So if you do this on the first 12 of the months, first 12 days of the month, imagine how more productive in building your business you will between now and the end of the month. See that, how it works? And now you'll be team focused versus I focus. See, I'll be team focused. Oh, I gotta get you guys promoted, man. Let's get your team in place. Let's get you out there, right? I'm still gonna make some sales, right? But I'm more team focused, right? And because I'm team focused, right, we're stirring up a lot of sales, a lot of activity, right? At the end of the month, right? Then some of it's gonna push through, right? And some of it's gonna go overlap for the next month. And guess for the first 10, 12 days of the month, I'm gonna go do what? Clean it up. You guys get paid. That's how you do this, guys. And now that if you keep that habit, let me explain why. If you keep that habit and you're a vice president, right? And you bonus, right? You do at least a $10,000 base shop, right? And you bonus, right? Every month, depending on your QBI and all that stuff, right? You could start from a $1,500 to a $6,000 bonus by the 8th. So by the end of the month, they pay on your pay cycle, right? Now you got another $5,000, right, to take care of your what? Expenses. Take care of your expenses. So the company sets it up perfect. They want you to take care of your expenses at the beginning of the month. And that's how they do it. They pay that pay cycle during that time on the bonus. The bonus is always paid between the 8th and the 10th of the month. Every month, right? So they pay out the bonus, right? So they pay that, right? Why? Because they want you to pay your expenses. Because they realize leases and utilities and all that stuff need to be paid in the first 10 days of the month. Right? And so that's how you do it. So if you keep that habit, so when you're a vice president, besides what you're doing personally, and the bonus coming in takes care of those expenses. So what happens to the rest of the cash flow from the 12th and on? You save it. You do whatever the heck you want with it. See how that works? But you guys gotta make it a habit. Just like you guys, how many of you guys, how many of you guys get paid like, twice a month at your jobs? Anybody have a job that pays? How about once a week? Anybody gets like once a week checks? Most people are once a week, right? So now, how many of you guys have done this where you go like the first check of the month is to pay this, like the rent or the mortgage? Anybody ever done that? Or the second check is to pay the car loans. Have you guys, anybody done that? Right? Why do you do that? Why do you guys do that? What's that?
You gotta pay those.
Well, because you got to pay them, but why do you do it?
To make sure you have a little.
Separate the bills, right?
Yeah.
And that gives you like enough money to be able to make sure you have money for other things, true or false, right? So that's what you do. Same thing here, guys. It's the same thing. You just don't. You don't get a W-2. You don't get a check, right? You get commissions. You get bonuses. You get a 1099, right? It's the same thing, guys. That's how you pay your expenses. So the first 10 or 12 days of the month, you pay your bills. See, here's what I do though. If you take care of your bills in the first 10, 12 days of the month, you will be more productive. Because let me ask you a question. Let's say you have your mortgage, and your mortgage is like $1,800, right? And it's due on the 5th of the month, every month, right? And and as soon as it gets paid, right, how do you feel now?
Good. Relief.
You do, right? You do. You feel. Anybody ever feel relief after you pay your bill, right?
Yeah.
Whew, that one's done. At least I got 30 days from here. Got another 30 days to go, right? And isn't it how you do it from 30 days to 30 days, right? That's what you do, right? So now imagine this. If you listen to me, and you took care of your expenses from the 1st to the 12th, right? Imagine how more productive you'll be for the rest of the month. Imagine how more productive I'll be as a field trainer, training a new couple or a new person into business instead of thinking, oh crap, I better close. Man, Angelica's already called me, the bills are due. See the difference? Guys, you guys gotta treat it that way. If you don't treat it that way, don't make it a habit, then you're gonna go the whole month. Oh, I got the whole month. No, you don't. You don't have the whole month. You don't have the whole month. Okay? You can't act. Don't act like that. You don't have the whole month. You only have the first 12 days of the month to pay your bills. That's what you do. But when people don't have, like, when you don't have, number one, when you don't have accountability or a sense of urgency, yeah, I got the whole month. And what happens when you have that kind of an attitude?
You don't make it.
Nothing happens. You know what happens? The last day of the month, you're having sense of urgency.
Procrastination.
Yes, you're procrastinating. Oh my God, I gotta get it done. I gotta get it done. I gotta get it done. And then what happens?
Didn't get it done.
Nothing happens, right? That's exactly what happens. Haley, you have questions?
No, I was just gonna say that when we wanted to go full-time, So I believe that's why we stayed in that market,
That's right.
because that guaranteed results.
So a perfect example, look, if you're a full-timer, right? If you're a full-timer, right, this is the market you need to be in, 5 and 4 pointers. Why? Because you have the highest ratio of getting paid. People that are married, have kids, own a home, have a job in between 25 and 55. Is there exceptions? Yes. But are there always going to be a lot of exceptions? No. Just some, not all of them. Oh, but you understand, Jose, so-and-so was young too. I understand, but when 80% of your team is that way, listen, don't take my word for it. How many of you guys read the coach? A couple of you guys, right? You guys got to that part? Or you just skipped it? Because sometimes, it's selective reading. You only read what you want. Like, oh, that's not for me. Right? If it's in the book, Art Williams, the founder of a company, talks about being in the right market, guaranteed failure, not setting appointments, guaranteed failure. He talks about that. There's a whole chapter on that. He talks about making sure that you're doing that. Why? Because or else, if you're not in the right market, you're not going to make money. And the reason you join this business is so you can make money. Now, here's what I want you to understand at the beginning. You're going to be in charge of taking care of this, from the 1st to the 12th, right? Sitting down with clients, closing business, getting paid, right? Then after that, you're building a team. But after a while, it switches. You go from doing work for money to going into the section of the rare, right? Do nothing money. And why do you want to go to do nothing money? Because do nothing money is called overrides and passive income. That's what this business is about. This is how I joined the business. I wanted passive income. I didn't want to be listen, don't get me wrong, working for the college, being a state employee was a great job. As a job, it was great. Why? My commute 7 minutes from my house, right? Great job, right? But the problem, it was still a job. I needed to be there for the rest of my life, right? I didn't want to do that no more, okay? So I joined this business. Now, I didn't join this business to sell life insurance or investments. And not to confuse the new people here, yes, we do that, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for people to help us find distributors, people to distribute the product. We're in the distribution business. Find people that want to sell, right, and then have them do all the sales, right? And you get paid residuals. You get paid, overrides. You get paid passive income for every time they do it. See, I did not want to be writing life apps and stuff, right? All day long. Like earlier today, I just seen a big old stack of life applications.
By the way,
They're in your guys' mailbox, right? And I was looking at them like, oh my goodness. Some of you guys gotta go deliver a bunch of policies, right? So guys, it's cool. You're protecting the clients, all that stuff. But honestly, that's not the reason you did this business for. You did this business to become free. So where you guys get paid passive income, right? And where you have teams that are doing an incredible job. Guys, do you guys understand? Like Juan Manuel and his team did an awesome job last month, by the way. They did over 24,000 in production, right? And they're direct to us, right? Do you understand? We override them. And they did a lot of, clients, right? They sat down with a lot of clients, right? And our overrides on that's about, I don't know, about 8-10 grand, right? But ask me how many of those clients that we're going to go deliver policies to? Zero. That's do nothing money. That's where you want to be at, right? And how do you do it? By field training. And field training in the right market. Teaching people the importance of sitting down with 5-pointers, right? People that are, married, have kids, own a home, have a job between 25 and 55. That's where you need to be at. Couples, right? Recruiting couples, right? Why? Because see, when you're recruiting couples, they support each other, right? And they'll help each other, right? And then they'll have a higher success ratio in our business. That's our business. Now, is there exceptions? Yes, there is exceptions. But if you want fast results, here's what I tell couples. If I'm recruiting Felipe and Maria, right, and they ask me, do we both have to join? I said, no, but you guys both going to spend the money. They're going to say yes, then maybe you should then. Why? Because it's faster to couples, right? They encourage each other. They help each other, right? When Eric and I started the business, guess who got licensed first? Not Jose. Why? Because I did Hitty and Eric, and I did not want to study. Ditch 101 was my favorite class. I did not like, I know some of you guys were great students in high school and all that stuff, right? And valedictorians and all that stuff. That wasn't Jose. Okay? So why? Because that wasn't my thing. See, my thing was here, hey, I didn't want to work the rest of my life. But I also wanted to build a system. I wanted to build, income where I didn't have to work for it anymore. Why? Because I wanted to build a passive income. So before Pramerica, Hennig and I, right, we had rentals, right? Why did we buy rentals? Because we wanted passive income. Isn't that why people buy rentals? Yeah. Right? Passive income, right? We had rentals. But we didn't understand that there was a business like this, right? And then someone talked to us at the mall and showed us the business. And then we got rid of the headache of the rentals, right? And then we started a business where now I don't have to worry about that anymore. And all I had to do is do this. Get over my shyness. Get over my fear to talk to people. Get over my fear of going to take a test. Because I did have to finally take my test. I joined in March of 98 and I did not get licensed until March of 99. My first paycheck took 1 year and it was $92. What a great start, right? Boom, that guy is on it, right? So what I'm trying to tell you guys, you just don't give up, right? But one thing that I did that Leo Suarez taught us is being in the right market. He made sure he taught us this good. Why? Because he was the vice president. He wanted to make sure his whole office had good results. Because if his team was having good results, do you think he had good results?
Yep.
Duh, right? And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. That's the purpose of joining the business. Now, if you veer off from there, it's simple. Look at your daily agenda. Who you sitting out with, right? And if you're new, here's what you need to do. Your focus. If you have a job, right, keep your job till you can do this full time, right? Keep your job and focus just on recruiting. Just focus on recruiting. Why? Why, Jose? Because you want those people to go sell so you can get paid too. And how does that work, guys? See, Leo did a great job of explaining this to us and getting us excited. He said, listen, you join the business and you find people, right? And they go out there and start making sales, right? And so if you watch this as an example, if you guys are vice presidents, right? And you recruit somebody, it's a 25%, right? If they're at 25%, what's the difference between 25% and 110%?
85.
85. So 85%, right? So that means, watch this, guys. And so if this person does an $85 sale, right? Multiply that by 12 months, that's $1,000 a year in premium. If this person did it, how much does this person make? $250. Now this person's excited. Why? Because how long? Well, think about it. How many people do you know that make $250 an hour? Because where I grew up, nobody. I mean, legally, right? Legally, gotta throw that in there, right? Legally, they didn't make that, right? So if you came in here and you did this part time and you sat down with someone and you make $250 in 1 hour, are you kidding me? You're like, this is what most people have to do for 3 to 4 days, right? So now watch this. But if you're a vice president and you teach them how to do that, you make 85% override, right? The REP makes $850 for not being there. Isn't that crazy? So how many of those checks can you get? I don't know, infinity, right? As many as you want, right? All you have to do is train and develop people. So they asked me this question. So how many people would you want to be training in a month? I give them my highly educated guess. A lot, right? And by the way, I couldn't train them because I didn't know anything. So my uplines trained them. That's what they did. So what did I do? I put them in front of people. I kept putting them in front of people. Now, did that mean everybody went out there and become productive? No. No, because the first people I joined in my business were all my family. My cousins, my aunts and uncles asked me where they're at today. They quit, right? Because most people won't stick around. Oh, no, it's taking too long. Well, think about it. Here's the plan, guys. So you guys understand what's longer. Okay, so the average person is going to work 30. Most of you guys in this room, as an employee, you're going to work 30 to 40 years of your life. And that's a fact. Do the math. You're going to work 30 to 40 years of your life, okay? And then you're going to retire, right? And the average person at retirement, right, lives anywhere between 6 to 8 years after that. Average. This is average, okay? So now watch this. 30 to 40 year plan at your job, right? Or a 3 to 5 year plan. And never have to worry about money again. Which sounds better?
3 to 5.
So, reality, which was longer?
30.
30 to 40. That's how I seen it. So why do I give you this plan? Because this was Jose and Angelica's plan. It was 5 years for us, but 3 to 5 year plan. It's a 3 to 5 year plan. And it amazes me how when new people come in and say, oh, that's too long. 3 to 5 years too long? But you're going to go at a job for the next 40 years? Think about it. So that's what you do. So for the next 3 to 5 years. Why? Because this is new. This is new to you. For me, I was never in sales. I was never, a public speaker. I was never used to, taking tests or, writing applications or things like that. I did heating in there. I fixed air conditioning equipment. I beat it up, or I torched it up, or I did something, right? But it had nothing to do with financial services, right? And matter of fact, the math was not my thing. Thank God for calculators, right? So I didn't know anything about investing. I didn't know anything about life insurance. As a matter of fact, Angelica and I did not own life insurance before America. Why? Because every time she had these people come over to the house, right, I would make them mad and they would leave mad because I didn't want to buy life insurance, right? They'd ask me about life insurance and I would tell them, I don't want to die, so I don't want to buy life insurance. And that's how ignorant I was about life insurance. Because I thought only people that wanted to die bought life insurance. And now it's like thousands of clients. Isn't that funny, right? But see, why am I telling you? Because it took a while for me to develop and understand. Because I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't raised understanding about, you know, wealth and planning your future and all that other stuff. I wasn't raised, and a lot of you guys weren't either, right? So this is why people don't see it. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is give yourself a 3 to 5 year plan. But don't beat yourselves up. Just stay consistent. Get all your licenses. Keep plugging away. Keep talking to people. Keep, you know, getting recruited. You recruit more people into your business on a, you know, on a monthly basis. Keep adding to your team. Keep adding to your team, and then it starts growing. Guys, if you started a franchise business, you could only start with one at a time. And then once that does good, what do? You expand. And then once that one does good, you do what? You expand. Right? That's how it works here too. It's first it's you, then you convince finally your partner to show up, right? And then your partner shows up, and then now it's you two, and then you start growing from there, right? And then you guys get licensed and you start getting paid, and then you get yourself on a 3 to 5 year plan. Listen, let me tell you guys something. I know for a fact that if you guys follow this plan, right, within 3 to 5 year plan, you guys get there, become regional vice presidents, which, by the way, you have to become a regional vice president anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. That's what your plan is, to become an REP. And why do I want you to do that? Because if you do that, right, in 8 to 10 years, you'll become totally financially independent, totally wealthy, and never have to worry about money. If Primerica shut their doors, you can give them the finger and you can do whatever the hell you want because you're bulletproof and you have made enough wealth for your family and never, ever have to work again. That's the plan. Can you do that at your job?
No.
And the cool thing is, but I'm not going to offend people. We don't sell makeup, juices, vitamins that make you skinny. None of that crap. We don't do none of that stuff. Vacuum cleaners that suck everything right. We don't do none of that stuff. We don't. Right? Why? Because all we do is teach people how to save money, right, and protect their families, right? And through that, you guys become wealthy. That's how you do it. Guys, this business was not designed for you to come in here and just sell. Because you ever hear people, when you talk to people about the business, I don't like sales. You guys ever hear people tell you that? Mm-hmm. Because they think this is not about sales. Listen, we don't want those. As a matter of fact, when people tell me, I'm sorry, but I'm not looking for salespeople. As a matter of fact, I'm looking for lazy people. Why am I looking for lazy people? Because the ones they don't want to sell, they'll go find someone else to sell for them. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the A students. I'm looking for the C and D. You know how it works. You know the A and B work for the C and D, right? So I'm looking for the C and D students. Why? Because the A students are going to be the ones that want to get all the licenses, and they're going to want to selling all day long. And the C students are just going to be recruiting everybody. See how that works? Guys, we got to leverage yourself. There's a difference between, it's becoming wealthy and becoming a high earner. Some people, listen, you get it confused. I have clients, some of you guys have clients too. How many of you guys have clients that are high earners? Anybody have clients that are high earners, right? But do they have a lot of wealth? No. Guys, listen, I remember sitting down with this client. He earns $225,000 a year, and he spends $250,000 a year. What the heck? Right? I mean, $25,000 a year, is that a lot of money? Yes, it is. It's a lot of money, right? So they're high earners, but they owe everything. They have no money. See the difference? So here we want to teach you guys to how to become high, net worth, right? Build more wealth, but eventually you also become a high earner. But you got to build wealth. And how are you going to build wealth? You got to build a team. And how do you build a team? Get into the right markets. Now, I also understand there's going to be 1 or 2 flukes in there that, they were just 17 years old and they exploded, right? And that's cool, right? But meanwhile, I'm going to go find couples. Why? Because they're going to take me in the right markets. They're going to take me, people like me, right? So I'm going to go see them, right? And they're going to take me to more people like that, and I'm going to build a huge agency. Now, by the way, I remember when I started my business, right? Henrik and I were the youngest people in our team. Right? So we had people were old enough to be my parents, right? In our business, right? And now it's funny because it's backwards, right? But anyways, back in the day, so don't think we started when we were already older. No, what I'm trying to tell you, it doesn't matter if you're young. If you're young, you go recruit people that are older than you. That's what you do. That's exactly what you do. Why? Because they're going to take you into the right markets if you want to become wealthy. Now, if you want to just make some quick sales, I am not talking to you. I am not talking to you guys. And here's the other thing too. As you guys build a business and become, vice presidents, you guys become owners, and you own your own business, you could sell your business 10 times what you guys earn, guys. And I don't know if you guys put value behind that, but it amazes me how people are like, oh, you know, my house is worth this much, and my car's worth this much. Not as much as this business you can build, guys. Guys, you understand, if you're earning 100 grand a year in America and you were to sell your business, that's $1 million, and there is a list of people trying to buy people's businesses. We've been in the business 21 years and we still haven't been able to buy someone's businesses because someone beats us. It's how fast. And now the only reason people sell them is usually with one of them dies or they don't have children to pass it on. And that's usually the only time people sell their businesses. But most of the time it stays in their family. Virginia Carter, you know, the highest paid woman when she died, right? Her business was worth so many millions and millions of dollars. Her 2 daughters, right, and their grandkids, right, they every year, actually every month, they get about $60,000 a month, right? Each one of the kids, right, gets $60,000 a month for the next 100 years. For the next 100 years. Do you understand generational wealth? And she, by the way, Virginia Carter, she passed away over 10 years ago. Right? And so isn't that amazing business? And by the way, she started when she was 57 or 58 years old and everybody told her you were too old. They told you know what, you should be focusing on retiring instead of building something new. And if, you know, we got to spend time with Virginia Carter. If you would have met her, she would have pulled your ear. She was a tough lady. She didn't give a damn, right? Very tough lady, right? And so she built a business. She was the highest paid woman in America. First $1 million earner in America. Which, by the way, all you ladies in here, 52% of the licenses in America are women. 33% of all 6-figure earners are women. I don't know, something about you women multitaskers can do, right? We guys, just one thing, don't tell us to do too much. You tell us to do this, you lost us. Right? It's like Hank gives me when I'm oh, wait, you're at the store, get this. No, just text it to me. Because if you tell me, I'll forget. Right? Text it to me, right? That's true. Right? And now with that, and then we see something shiny, we're like, shiny. So what was I supposed to do? We forget, right? Anyway, so I took me to get licensed. So guys, so this is the focus, is get in the right market, get to REP, right, next, 6 to 2 months, right? Is it possible for a person in the next year become a vice president in 12 months? Yes. And what does it take? It takes 6 district leaders that are part of your team, part-time, fast. 6 people that are district leaders, part-time. The problem, most people, they get comfortable and they recruit 1 or 2 and then they make money. See, the biggest gotcha in America, because if you're new, let me tell you what the gotcha in America is. We make too much money for so little that we do. That's the problem. That's the problem. You guys sit down with one client, right? And you make $400 or $500. You know, Marta, there you are. So Marta, you just gotta check over, $1,000, right? How long did it take you to sit down with that client? An hour. Now, what do you do for a profession right now?
Daycare.
She has her own daycare, right? So you squeeze in some time, because after you put in a lot of hours, right? After your daycare, to sit down with the client, write them up with the life policy, and you make $500 for 1 hour. Guys, we're spoiled.
Give her a hand.
Give her a hand, guys. So that, guys, think about it. How long does it take most people to make $500 at a job? A week.
You know what?
Isn't that crazy? So, hey, so do we get spoiled? Yes, we do. So here's what I want to tell you guys. If you make $500 today, what should you make tomorrow? 500. Oh, 4,000. I have younger things. And what should you make the next day? Another one, right? And honestly, that's the plan. Everybody in this room, here's your goal, to make $1,000 a day. $1,000 a day. And Primerica will pay that to you on a pay cycle at 1 o'clock in the morning. If you set up your emails, it'll ding, right? And you're like, oh, I just got paid.
104.
104. Actually, mine come in at 108, right? So, because there's more checks, Cole. So anyways, so when you have more checks, it takes a little longer, right?
Smaller checks get come in earlier.
That's right. So that's what happens, guys. I'm telling you guys. So you guys gotta make sure that you guys come in here in perspective, right? This is the business. I don't want you to stay confused. I didn't join this business to come and sell life insurance for the rest of my life. Did I sell a lot of clients at the beginning? Yes, I did. Why? Because I had to learn this and I had to field train people. That's what I did. Now, when you get to a point where you pick and choose who do you want to train with. Why? Because you don't want to be always out in the field. I don't want to do that, guys. Neither do you. I promise you, neither do you. Because seriously, think about it. Do you see yourself in the next 15 to 20 years, you know, going out there and, you know, going out there, sitting down with clients over and over and over and over, prospecting over and over and over, making phone calls over and over and over. I like to goof off Sunday evenings, so I don't want to always be making phone calls. And back in the days, I used to have to make all my phone calls on Sunday evenings. See the difference? So why do I tell you? Because there's an end to the madness. In the end, it's very short if you follow the system. If you don't follow the system, it's just, you're going to prolong it. And some of us, let me just tell you something, we need to hurry up and get it done. Why? Because see, time is precious, guys. And you guys want to build wealth, right? And some of you guys wish you could invest more money, but if you're not making this kind of money, how are you going to be able to invest more money? And then, look, I'm not soliciting and encouraging you guys to have investments and all that other stuff. Anyways, but you guys should be putting money away. You guys should be building wealth. Why? Because these are great times. And you're not taking advantage of it, right? And this is why it's important to sit down with people. This is why it's also important to go back with your clients, talk to them, teach them, show them, educate them, right? Everybody can use an extra $500. Ask people, can you use an extra $500? And if they tell you no, you should just kind of smile and say, really? Can you give me $500 then? See the difference, guys? Everybody can use an extra $500. Because if I was to tell you, seriously, your bank just made a mistake and gave you $500, you would be excited. And especially if they say, keep it. You're like, are you serious? Right? Right? So what are most people are thinking right now for the holidays? What are they?
Some extra money.
Extra money. So most people think, I gotta make a part-time job, right? I gotta do some extra money. Why? Because it's expensive. You have children, right? And then the holidays are coming. Does it cost money?
Yes.
Yes. So can you imagine if you joined, got licensed, and did, you know, help 3 to 4 clients a month, made an extra $1,500 a month before now at the end of the year, would you have a great Christmas?
Yes.
Yes. Problem solved. See that? This is how this business works, guys. So when Alec and I were doing this part-time at the very beginning, all the Primerica money that we earned, we saved. We saved every single cent. Why? Because here's what we did. Our current job still paid our bills, maintained our lifestyle, did all that stuff, right? So we saved our money. We saved our money. So when we went full-time, it was easy to go full-time, right? I didn't have to worry about things anymore, right? Why? Not only that, I also knew how to close business, so I wasn't going to starve. See what I mean? I already knew how to sit down with people. I already knew how to make phone calls, prospect, find people. As a matter of fact, you go from zero to hero just like this. Anybody here, guys, if you're life licensed, you can make lots of money in this business. I promise you guys, you can make lots of money if you sit down with people. If you don't sit down with people, and by the way, you make more money talking to people about the business opportunity than talking to them about life insurance. And let me explain this. This is important here. Haven't covered these basics in a while, right? So let's just say that you go talk to 100 people, guys. So you approach 100 people, and you ask them, excuse me, would you be interested in life insurance? No. Excuse me, would you be interested in life insurance? No. Excuse me, would you be interested in life insurance? No. Watch this. If you approach 100 people and you ask that, 22% of them would say yes. Sign me up. I want life insurance. That's still good numbers, by the way. That's 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 would say, yeah, I want life insurance. And that's how fast you can make money here. It's crazy. It's faster than selling oranges in the corner, guys. Promise you. You'll close more business. But if you want to make more money, change the approach. Excuse me, are you interested in a part-time opportunity making extra cash? Excuse me, being interested in a part-time opportunity? And you talk about an opportunity making more money, watch this. Look at these numbers. The same 100 people, 66% of them become life clients. They say yes to life. 66%. 3 times more, you would sell 3 times more by talking about the opportunity and not talking about the product. See, when you're new, the first thing we do, I did it too. We talk about what? The product, which is life insurance. We talk about the product. And then we get rejected. Then we say, oh, this sucks. It doesn't work. And then again, it's because we talk to our broke friends and our broke friends can't afford it, right? So we're talking to the wrong people. I understand that happens, right? So watch this. But if we talk to people about the opportunity, you do 3 times more of the sales, 3 times more you'll get paid on the sales than talking about life insurance. So if you came to me and asked me, Jose, what's the fastest way to make more money? Guess what I would tell you? Which way should you approach people? Talk to them about the opportunity. Guys, these are not Jose's numbers. These are company numbers. We've been in business since 1977. These are actual numbers that happen no matter what. This is like gravity, the law of gravity. If you jump off the building, you're going to land flat on your face, right? This is it. These are the same. They do not change. See, now when we're new, we want to change them, and the truth is because we were trying to do them our way, but there's only two ways of doing it: your way and the right way. Follow the system. Now you're like, I don't want to make that much sales. Okay, cool. Then talk about life insurance. But I want to make more money. Okay, then talk about the opportunity. See, that's how this works, guys. See, you're going to have more clients, and out of that, you're also going to recruit more people, and this is where you're going to get internal consumption, and you're going to get distribution. Internal consumption means that they become clients, right? And they also bring you more clients. That's how it works. People that own the product talk about the product. That's how it referrals. That's how referrals are. When you guys get referrals, right? Especially when you close business, oh, you should talk to my primo, man. He's gonna want life insurance, right? And then they call their primo, hey primo, you need life insurance, dude, right? And so then the primo buys it. True or false? That's how it works, guys. So our focus in our business is to make sure you guys are in the right market and follow the system, right? So out of 100 people, if you approach them about life insurance, you're only gonna have 2 out of 10. Or you guys want 6 out of 10. See the numbers? Guys, those are the numbers. You can fight the numbers, like a lot of people like to do in this room, or you can work the numbers. That's how the system works. And I promise you guys something. Once you follow the system, you're going to say, oh, why wasn't I doing this a long time ago? Oh, man, so should have just followed it. Right? I wasted all those years. Right? And by the way, I tell you that because that was what was happening to Alec and I at the beginning when we started a business. We were following the system. Why? Because I thought every friend of mine and every relative of mine was going to become a client and was going to join the business. How many of you guys thought that, right? Right away when you joined that, your first buddies or your first relatives were going to join the business right away. How many of you guys thought that? And how many of you guys were disappointed? Right? Some of you are like, what? What do you mean no? I really thought you were going to join. Right? And then they make you feel uncomfortable, right? So it happens, right? That's how it works, right? And here's what's going to happen. Let me just help you guys. The same people that are telling you, no, it doesn't work. When you make it, here's what they're going to tell you. Oh, I knew Bianca. I knew you were going to make it anyways. I knew it was you guys were going to make it, right? But that's not the encouragement they gave you at the beginning.
No.
The first encouragement was, what? You're going to leave, Kaiser for insurance? It's exactly what they're going to tell you guys. That's what they told me. Matter of fact, people told me I was stupid for leaving the college. They told me, oh, you're going to beg your boss for your job back because you're going to have flat in your face. That's exactly that was my encouragement. But see, for me, I'm that type of person. That's my personality. For me, that's fuel. See, I don't crumble on that. For me, it was fuel. Watch me. And that's what happens, guys. Guys, this is why I love this business. You choose to get promoted. So, Marta and Alejandro got promoted today, 35% contract. I can't give them a hand, guys. That's a big deal, right? But they through Bianca and Will, they helped them. They chose that promotion. This is not corporate America to, kiss up to move up, right, and all that kind of crap. No, you do the numbers, you get promoted. This is why I like this business. See, when I came into business, that's what I did. The person that brought me into business, I made more money than him, and I passed him up, right? Why? Because I just work harder. And I loved it, right? Because, see, in corporate America, what are the chances of you taking your boss's job?
Never.
Same thing for me. When I was at the college, there's no way. I mean, he was young, so he wasn't going to retire, or unless they pushed him off the roof, right? And oops, what happened? I don't know, he slipped, right? But maybe that way. But besides that, there was no way, guys. And in this business, you guys can come in here and not earn it. Juan Manuel tells me last night, we were on a conference call with this team, and he says, Jose, man, we love you guys, but we're going to kick your guys' butt. And you don't understand how excited I got chills. Like, oh my God, I'm going to cry all the way to the bank. Right? Which, by the way, on the side note, for the team, they came really close on beating us, guys. Are you kidding me? We have almost 200 codes. They had 18. Yes, 18 codes riding, right? Not all of them, right? But we almost have 200 codes, right? Not here, but combined with the other offices, right? And they almost kick our butt, guys. That's almost, they came close. That's why I had to get off, and go out and do something. I said, there's no way I'm going to have one but get that close to us, right? But they came close, right? He's probably hearing the broadcast right now too, right? But they came really close. That's not going to happen this month, guys. We got to make sure it's like some of your teams, Jerry, you and your team, you guys need to be Juan's team, right? Okay, because they came really close, guys. That was not good, okay? I'm competitive like that, okay? So anyways, let me go back to what I was talking about. So anyways, guys, hey, listen, so this is going to help you guys if you stay focused, but if you don't follow it, it doesn't help, right? And so at the end of the day, guys, if you don't plug in, you don't talk to people, you don't set appointments, it doesn't work. Don't think the system doesn't work. is that you're not following it, guys. It's just like signing up for college. Let's say you guys sign up and enroll to take some college classes and you don't show up. Do you get a degree?
No.
Oh, what do you mean you don't? But you signed up.
No,
And it's funny because people think that in here too. They just because they sign up, they think they're gonna make money. No, you don't get paid to show up. You only get paid when you sit down and help clients, right? You know, that's what Martha did, right? After her job, right? Helping her business and helping, doing her business. Then she goes out of her way to sit down with clients and gets paid. That's how you get paid, guys. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Get your field trainers on the field, right? Get your list. Put your list together, right? Why? Because that's your list. And they're going to help you through your list, right? And inside that list, there's going to be people that are going to recruit on, right? And there's going to be people that are going to become clients. Some people are going to recruit, some people are going to become clients, but everybody's going to give you referrals. Everybody's going to give you referrals, and that's what you guys want, is referrals. Why? Because then you keep talking to people. See, our biggest mistake people make in Primerica, they come to Primerica and they say, it didn't work, I didn't have people to talk to. That's right, because you never got referrals. You didn't get referrals. We don't advertise, we don't have ads, we don't do any of that stuff. It's all word of mouth. Get referrals, get referrals. So I got really good, Team Better Wednesday, right? No shame. Guys, you guys got to get to a point, no shame. You guys got to get to that point where I would ask people over and over, every time, if you were my friend or relative, and I bump into you every week, my first words out of my mouth, instead of saying, how you doing, I was, who do you know? That's the first question. Who do you know? What are you talking about? Yeah, who do you know that you can help me with? Oh, I already gave you someone last week. That was last week. This week. I need someone this week. You didn't even say hi. I will say hi later. Who do you know? 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 Right? What? Listen, here's how I know. Your family members, when you become successful and you make a lot of money, one day they're going to need a favor. They're going to need you to help them out. And if they don't help you right now, you're not going to feel good helping them out. You're like, man, you never helped me when I needed your help, right? So let's help you. Let's help them with that awkward moment. So here's what you tell them. Listen, one day you're going to need a favor. And you're going to feel bad and awkward that asked me the favor because you never helped me. So let's get over that and help me now. So whenever you do need a favor, you can feel good about talking to me and I can hook you up. So who do you know? That's how you do it. No shame, guys. That's how you do it. By the way, I didn't feel that I had, that I was doing something bad. Why? Because I wasn't selling them vitamins and juice. I wasn't doing that, giving them makeup and making them more pretty. I wasn't doing that. I was protecting them. Do you understand how many death claims I paid over the years? Quite a few. Do you understand how many, clients that I sit down, we laugh and joke and all that good stuff, and then one day going back and giving him or her a check, or both of them a check for their son? That's a tough one, right? Guys, I'm telling you guys, that's what happens. Last year, I remember one of my clients, their 16-year-old son, right, got a brain tumor, right, nice kid, sharp kid. He had a future in soccer and all that stuff. Out of nowhere, boom, get a headache, ends up in a hospital, brain tumor, lasted about 6 weeks, dies. Do you honestly think the parents thought that their 16-year-old child was going to die? But listen, I remember that client was a referral. Matter of fact, they lived in Fresno, but the person that gave me the referral lived in Merced, and the person that lived in Merced, that was a referral from somebody in Turlock. So from Turlock to Merced to Fresno, right, there were referrals, right? And I remember when I sat down with them, the first thing they said, well, we don't really have the money, right? And by the way, that son that passed away, he was 2 years old when I sat down with them. He was 2 years old. Okay, so they told me, oh, we don't have the money. And I said, no, listen, you need to have something. Because they had that son and then they had an older one, right? And I said, you have babies, right? In case something ever happens, you need to be protected and all that stuff, right? So 2 years old, he was 16. 14 years later, he dies, right? The parents are still alive, right? But their son passes away, right? But at least the death claim took care of the funeral expenses. See that? Instead of them having to worry about that. It's sad, but it happens. But listen, that was 14 years later. This is why we do what we do, helping clients out, guys. See, that's the beauty of our business. So if I was you right now, I'd put your field trainer out there to help you. And if you're licensed, you need to beat yourself in front of people and help them out, teach them, and do the same thing, and recruit a ton of people to help you do the same thing. Because we only have 24 hours, right? And so the more you have people helping you, the more families you're going to serve. Because let me tell you something. Something's gonna happen. You guys ever see the car washes? Mm-hmm. See the little containers that doing? How about the GoFundMe things they do now, right? Mm-hmm. All that stuff. Why? Because things happen. Mm-hmm. So we have that. Isn't that cool? Now imagine you're not to offend any of you guys, but now you're in a business where you sold vitamins. How are you gonna help them? Like All right, I can't help you. Oh, you need donation? Oh, I got $20. See the difference? Guys, this is awesome what we do, guys. This is the power that we have to help people out. So anyways, guys, hey, listen, don't forget, Saturday we got training at 12:30, plug in. We're going to do a lot of role playing on Saturday. We're going to break down some policies. So we're going to do a lot of that stuff, nuts and bolts, this Saturday. So make sure you're here to take care of that. Also, don't forget, put out your calendars, November 9th in Sacramento, right? We're going to be with the company, a company event. Glenn Williams is going to be there, right? So that's $10 a ticket. We're going to start collecting for those tickets, right? But that's on November 9th. And on the 8th, for you guys that have time, they're going to have the locker room. So you definitely want to go to that. That's on a Friday, right? And I'll give you the hours to that. That's going to be at David Leong's office. So that's on the 8th and stuff. So you guys make sure you guys plug into that. But November 9th is the big event. It goes from basically 8 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So make sure you guys put that on your day planners. So start building into that and make sure that a lot of you guys are, by the way, a lot of you guys are competing in that. So a lot of you guys are going to be recognized there in, in a company event. So make sure you guys, continue doing your numbers so you guys can show. I know you guys, Angel and Sonia, you guys are number 4 in your guys' category. So you guys got to give them a hand, guys. So you guys got to keep climbing and take out and be number 1. So you guys can do it. It's going to be a big deal, guys. So have an awesome night. We'll see you guys on Saturday. Good night, everybody. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, Carver has an announcement. Bring Carver up here. Give it up to Carver.
How's everybody doing? All right, guys. So today is a very special day. Today is Brenda's birthday, so if you guys can help me. Buenas mañanitas. All right, in Spanish. Oh, in Spanish, yes. We got bilingual people here, right? Yes.
Oh, we have the here we go.
Ready? Come on. Can't see.
Despierta, Biblia despierta, mira que ya amaneció, ya no falta y Dios canta, la luna ya se metió. Qué linda está la mañana, en que vengo a saludarte. Venimos todos con gusto y placer a felicitarte. El día en que tú naciste, nacieron todas las flores. En la pila del bautismo, canción ruiseñores. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brenda. Happy birthday to you.
All right, stick around for cake, folks. There you go. Oh, I also have an investment redemption check for Flower Rio.
Thank you for your gift. No, es diabético. No, sí, sí. Que se cuide.
No, bro.
Una cantidad inicial
A ver, yo sé que el tema fuera al mínimo, porque me dijo que estaba más
Pieces, you pick them up. Don't leave me hanging, hanging. Come give me some. When I'm without you, I'm so insecure. You are the one thing I'm living for. I wanna be needing your love. I just wanna be deep in your love. It's killing me when you're away. Oh baby, 'cause I really don't care where you are. I just wanna be there where you are. And I'm gonna get one little taste. Sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? I'm right here, 'cause I need a little love, a little sympathy. Yeah, you show me good loving, make it alright. Need a little sweetness in my life. You sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? Yeah. You're the perfect I've been looking for. You're the perfect I've been longing for. You're my swan perfection. You're the perfect I've been looking for.
You're my perfect harmony. Reaching out to find you are the one that fills my life. Whoa,
There's something I can't hide. You're always in my head. Something I can't deny. No, you take me to that place, a place I can't resist. Loving you is bliss, I've no doubt. I'm in heaven when I'm with you. I'm in heaven when I'm
wanna do, baby? Where you wanna go? I'll take you to the moon, baby. I'll take you to the floor. I'll treat you like a real lady, no matter where you go. Just give me some time, baby. Cause you know, even when we're apart, I know my heart is still there with you. 5 more hours till the night is ours, and I'm back with you. This right here is my type of party. 5 more hours, we just getting started. This right here is my type of party. 5 more hours, we just getting started.
5 more hours, we're just getting started.
How you wanna feel, baby? What you wanna know? Just pour another drink, baby. Come on, pour a little more.